Hello and welcome back to George's Gaming Guide. So today me and Dad are going to be carrying on with the build of the newly released Avengers Tower set. So we're splitting the build in two today. So Dad's doing the second half, I'm doing the first half, and hopefully we can complete book 2 today.
Released Avengers Tower set.
So, sorry, that's fine. So this should be good. We should be having Lohan join in the next few minutes, which will be nice. And yeah, so I think today is going to go well. So it's going to make the tower a lot taller. So my section is like another floor of another few floors, or another few floors of windows, and then like the Quinjet, and then Dad's got like the balcony, I think, haven't you?
Yep.
And yeah, that should be good. So I'm going to hand you over to Dad to go over the minifigures.
So we're going to try something different today. So I've got another stream to add to this. Let's do it that way. So hopefully you can see this okay. So thought I'd have a look at the minifigures we've built so far. So we have, let's try and do it that way so we've got some bit more light on it. So we have the two Captain Americas, which in the book should actually be on the build that we've done so far. It's where we saw the glass on the bottom floor, but we'll show that in a moment.
Yeah.
So they fight each other. We have the miniature Ant-Man at the bottom. And then we have two Tony Starks, one in the Iron Man costume and one as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. And then the second lot of minifigures we have. So we've got two more S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, one male, one female. One the Chitauri, Dr. Cho, and Alexander Pierce. I know it's Alexander Armstrong. We're not having Pims. Yes, Alexander Pierce. So I think the minifigures have all been really good so far. We do actually have Thor as well, which you can probably see on the main camera. Not very impressed with what I was riding, to be honest, because the ball joints move a bit easy. So I've had to put him at that angle to keep it looking any good. But yeah, I think the minifigures are really good, actually. So if George wants to bring the model across, we might as well carry on with this camera, and I will show you the details inside the build. So inside is really nice. So we've got, looks like the Tesseract has fallen off the table. That was my fault when I was moving stuff around earlier. So we've got a couple of chairs in there and Vita Rush drinks dispenser. Then when we go up the floor, you can see the glass on the floor, and the little black bit here is where one of the Captain America's feet goes. So it's lying on the floor with the other one standing over the top of him and the other shield. And then we've got, I can't remember what that's supposed to be at the back. It's a bit of a strange thing. I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know.
And overall, it's actually a really nice build. As you can see on the front of the building, I think that looks fantastic. It's going to have a big blue sloping bit at this side as well. So I think that'll look good.
Yeah.
I think we are going to struggle after today's video because it's going to be too tall, but we'll see how we get on. But yeah, overall, I think it's really good. So let's change back to the normal camera, and then we'll get on with the building. So as George said, George is going to carry on with the next bit. So bags
12 to 17.
12 to 16 for the build, and then the 17 is the Quinjet. And I'm going to start the bit where you've got the I think the top part of the building, and then where the landing pad is. So let's get started. I think we can move this to one side because I think we both build small bits and then put them on top. One last thing before we do start. So we do still have a lot of stickers to go. I think there's going to be a lot in Geordie's bit. So he's got the main sort of lab where you have another, where you have all the screens for Iron Man. Got a couple of cloaks. So we've got a green cloak for Loki, and I believe the red is for Scarlet Witch's jacket. So around the top of her legs is the bottom part of the jacket. And then we have Vision's cloak and the wings for the Wasp. So yeah, so it's really good. I'm going to have to take the minifigures off the plates because I need them to start building.
Some of one of the bigger dark grey ones.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there were bigger dark grey ones.
So let's move them out of the way. Let's move him out of the way because otherwise he's going to be in the way we do it. There we go. We can have Iron Man on the not Iron Man, Thor on the bottom of the screen. Look at what we're doing. So I'll start with bag 18. So we'll be having Lohan join us from Expand Your World in about 10 minutes, I believe. So we're good to catch up with him, see how his bee farm's going.
Yeah.
And I could perhaps talk about a bit of sport when Lohan's here as well, because I don't remember what we were talking about last Saturday, but George was having his first indoor competition, so we have a bit of an update on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be good to hear in the comments what you think of the build so far.
Just one second.
Because I think this is looking pretty fantastic, to be honest. So the only disappointment I've got is for the creature, because it's, I'd say, the ball joint just isn't strong enough to hold its head up properly if you got it any sort of angle. So which is a bit of a shame, but overall, I think so far the building is looking amazing. So it looks like I'm doing Black Widow or Natasha Romanoff, whatever you want to call her. So again, another really cool character. Yeah, it looks like she's just got one really strange looking gun. There's bit of an odd gun, but yeah, the character looks really nice. Nice printing on it. Got printing all down the legs as well, so that's pretty cool. And let's get on with the main part of the building. George, what are you up to?
The gun, the Shatari Warrior, and then Hulk after that.
Now, I presume this is going to be a unique Hulk, because he's got the... I can't remember the normal one having studs at the top of his back.
And this one's got a hairpiece.
Didn't know have a hairpiece before.
I don't think so. I think it was moulded onto the head.
Oh, okay.
I might be wrong there, but...
It won't be the first time.
Won't be the first time for you either.
Well, yeah, that is true. But yeah, I've been looking forward to this set for a long time, so it's good to finally be building this.
Mm-hmm. No, that's the other side.
So it'd be good to know what other sets people are building at the minute. And also, it's been quite interesting this week. So I've actually done my first full light kit. As I say, we did a light kit on the Thanos Gauntlet before, but it was quite simple. So it literally just lit up the Infinity Stones. We've been doing a couple of the bigger sets. So there was the Harry Potter.
It's Hogsmeade Village.
Hogsmeade Village. Done the Avatar Tree of Souls as well. I must admit, the Avatar Tree of Souls looks nice. I wasn't hugely impressed by it, but it does look quite nice. But I think the Hogsmeade with the flickering lights for the fireplaces and everything just looks really fantastic. I've actually got it displayed as a Christmas light at the minute.
Yeah.
It looks really nice, doesn't it, Josh?
Yeah.
You're very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Are you concentrating?
Yeah. It's hard to try to figure out where each... Oh, I suppose that's why, because
You haven't built the first bit.
Yeah. So, well, you can build it two ways, and I've chosen the harder way, didn't know there was an easier way.
The youth of nowadays.
And this is the guy who dropped the Jurassic Park gates because he wasn't holding it the right way.
What's that got to do with building it wrong?
Yeah, but you're saying that I chose the easier route to look for the hard. No, I looked for that. I'll try it again. You're saying that I chose the harder route because I looked Because I didn't look for the easier route, but you obviously did the same thing.
No, I just didn't hold it properly.
Because you didn't look for the easy way to hold it.
Oh, we've got someone joined us. So hello, whoever's joined the stream. I say drop us a message in the chat if you like, so we know who's there. I say we're carrying on with the Avengers Tower today. So
Hi,
Ruth. Good to see you. I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning as well. So it's can't beat a good breakfast. So yeah, so we've just been through all the minifigures. So we've built quite a few so far, including Tony Stark dressed as a shield agent with the bag which has the Tesseract in, which the Tesseract that's in the building is about 3 times bigger than the bag, so that'd be quite clever.
Yeah.
But yeah, the set's looking really nice so far.
Now, I think that Marvel are actually doing a bit better this year, except for the calendar. Like the Lego calendar for Marvel is like a big whoop this year. It's pretty awful. The Star Wars one isn't great, but it's better. But the Marvel one is not great at all.
Seems to have a lot of very random builds in the Marvel calendar this year. But so, Aaron, have you got any projects on the go at the minute? Oh, we have Lohan joining us as well. So
Hi guys, how are you?
Hello, good, thank you. Yourself? Oh,
I'm okay. You guys?
Yeah, not too bad. Don't know why. Oh, it's because I've got the close-up cam.
Just turn it off.
There you go. That's better.
Dad was, Dad's getting to that age where technology is becoming a bit more difficult.
Thank you, George.
That's fine.
It's a cheeky sound.
So how's the build so far?
Yeah, so we've decided to split the build a bit today. So you build it in sections and put them on top.
Yes.
So George is building the next section, which is to about 2/3 of the way up. Then I'm doing the bit that includes the landing pad.
Oh,
so I'm putting my pad on the side so we can do the builds at the same time.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's good. So we've been through all the minifigures. So again, quite a lot. So George has literally just built the Hulk. And I think, as you mentioned before, it's a bit of a unusual one because he's got the studs on his back.
Yes, the full studs. There.
But yes, it's going to be good. So we did have the minifigures or Captain America in the build, so I took him out to be able to show them. But yeah, it's looking good so far. I'm really impressed with this, actually.
Yeah.
I hope it looks as good when it's finished.
Yes, definitely. And I think if you have those lights or features that you can also add to the seat itself, which you are doing now with the other seats, I think that will be something interesting to add to it. But yeah, I've not seen anything yet that something like that has been created thus far that you can just buy and add to the seat itself.
Oh, well, I think there are a couple of places that have the sets for this now. One of them I wasn't keen on. It's almost like a light show on the outside. It just didn't work for me. It just needs a classic sign being lit up and then a few details on the outside. But the way it's done, because you have figures all attached to the outside of it, they're not lit up. So you couldn't really see the build properly. So I think they need to work on it.
I think if they light up the exterior and the interior sections of the set itself, that would look really amazing.
Yes.
So it's something that they will have to work on, but we will have to wait and see.
Definitely. So you're being kept busy then, Arif. That's good.
Yeah, basically, it's a long weekend here in South Africa. So basically, we had some friends and family over today, and also had a braai and stuff like that. So I think an hour and a half ago they left. So just had to finish up a couple of things. But yeah, it's kind of like gonna go slow. Everything is like all the industries are closing for Christmas. They're only starting up again. What is it next year in January, second week of January? So then everything starts up again. It's kind of like almost like when the schools in Europe close in the middle of the year. Then I have a very long holiday, I think a month. So basically, it's almost similar to what we have here in South Africa. But yeah. Did you build something incorrectly there?
You can hear the cogs turning on this.
No, it's my eyesight. It's my eyesight. It is right. You need 4 of these, but I was only seeing 3 on the instructions. So how does that work?
Yeah, sometimes the reasons.
Thanks, George. Yeah, so we've got Arif watchers at the moment, and Arif's one of the people that's really helped him with the 3D printing. And I've also blamed him with Sonia for the fact that I've got a new printer. So you better watch out, Arif, next time Sonia sees you. But it's fantastic. It's like all the help is given us to say works for a company called 3D Filler Print as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, both Arif and Tim have been amazing. So thank you very much.
Yeah, but basically, aren't you going to use that 3D printing machine to kind of like also print like Perspex displays and stuff like that? Cover your seats? That might be an idea for the future. Not sure.
Yeah, maybe. I'm confused here. No, I'm
You had a mistake there, yeah?
Yeah, I just did the same thing on both sides, and it's actually supposed to be slightly different on one of them.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it sometimes happens a lot with these seats. Like I'm busy building, or I finished building that Iron Groot.
Yeah.
I finished building that, and I'm busy with the Star Wars set or of the Mandalorian of the child of Grogu.
Yes. Yeah, that's a nice setup. I think. Can you?
No. Oh yeah. You
can probably just see it behind me.
Yeah, yes. So basically, I'm just building. I kind of like have it here next to me. It's like, screen. So it's just the front portion that I have thus far. But yeah, that I'm building in my spare time, and I'm not busy. So I'm also looking to build the other set of Yoda.
Yeah.
Finished with that with regards to Grogu. So also in the process of getting all my sets in Perspex displays, because this week I actually realized, with the solar system that's covering my roof, there's some gaps. I didn't realize that the sun is coming through those gaps, and it started the kind of like shining on top of my Lego sets, especially on my 2 Perspex display sets. I was like, yo, that's not good. So I have to figure out a way to cover that gaps, and that otherwise that sun is going to destroy the sets.
Yeah. No, sun is a nightmare. I think that would be a good idea to finally do a feature on the prints for the helmets.
Sorry,
the Arif was saying I should do a feature on the helmet brackets I've done, because these are custom 3D designed and 3D printed.
Yes.
For the helmets on the wall, so I should do a feature on that.
Yeah, probably. But for example, for me, I want to kind of like also put it in the Perspex display, like what I have at the moment. But I still have to figure it out, how I'm going to display it, because you also have limited amount of space, and you need to put it up with regards to relevant themes, so it makes sense. And the thing is, I don't have all the helmets like you guys. I think you guys have all the helmets, eh?
Yeah, we've got all the Star Wars ones, and most of the Marvel, which is the other side. So we've got the lights really low.
Yeah, there's a massive.
So we've got Iron Man, Star Lord, Venom, Carnage, and the 2 gauntlets.
Yeah, that new Spider-Man one looks really nice.
Yeah, I'm tempted by the because they've got the new gauntlets, haven't they, for Wolverine as well, which looks quite good.
A helmet for Wolverine, or are you mean the?
It's the gauntlet with a spike.
Oh, yes. I've seen that, but it's not that cool. It's kind of like a glove with just these spikes. Kind of like
and the spikes are a bit thick, to be honest, but.
The number 29.
I think it'd be a nice addition. Which way around does the sticker need to go on that?
Actually,
on the side, is it?
Yeah.
And you see the new Marvel sets that's coming out for next year in January.
I've seen a couple of them. I wasn't that impressed, actually. I think the only set that really stands out for me for the January ones is probably the Battle Pack. The Star Wars Battle Pack.
Yeah.
I think other than that, there's not much that really stands out. You know the one with the droids and the clones?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Marvel. Yeah, I know about the clone.
Marvel, I'm a bit underwhelmed by next year's set so far.
Yeah, there's like the only two that's standing out to me is the one of Spider-Man, and then basically it's one of those mech ones, that small, which you get also with Thanos and Rocket.
Yeah, Groot, not Groot, Rocket.
Yeah, Rocket with the Groot on the side. That's an iconic one that will probably be a good one to get. And what was it? There's also another one. I just need to check which one it is.
Just got a bag full of windows. It's the entire bag 13 is just windows. So, but you open bag 13 and bag 14 at the same time. So.
Yeah, it's one of these. So I mentioned it before. So instead of having multiple bag 13s, you actually open bag 13 and 14 at the same time.
Yeah.
And I quite like it that way because then you can't miss a bag.
Yeah, what I also saw, sometimes it's very interesting of how Lego's indicating, like they point out which pieces you should obtain for each page to build the set. And yes. For example, the Grogu set, they kind of like highlight the sections of where you need to place the pieces in orange. I don't know if you've ever picked that up before. It's sometimes, normally, like for instance, when I built the UCS, which is standing there at the top of my cup, it didn't actually point it out. I had to figure out where to put the pieces. So it wasn't easy to actually see it. Well, I forgot about that other set with regards to Marvel, which you can add to the Spider-Man Final Battle diorama.
Yes. Oh, I don't know an add-on for it.
Yeah, that's kind of like a very interesting set to add to your set if you have the set itself. That's the diorama, and the other one is what? I just need to check it. I'm still looking for it. Where is it? Sure, I just saw it now. Oh, the War Machine mech.
I wasn't sure about that one, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm kind of like getting the figures that basically fought of the main characters that fought in the Infinity War and the Endgame.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting all those main characters. So, yeah. But that's the three that I'm kind of like looking at.
Yeah, so I mean, to be honest, we've got enough to be building for a while anyway, so I'm not sure we should be buying anymore. But as they
Yeah,
were still
I-
the Venator to build, so
Yeah,
well,
I
Venator and Gringotts as well.
Yeah, I still have a couple of sets to build. Like, for example, Rivendell, the Lion Knight's Castle, and the Tumbler. So I still have a couple of sets just to build. You just don't have a lot of time to get to them.
No, it's frustrating, isn't it?
It's weird how they've done Iron Man's thrusters on this. Because they clip onto his hand, but they only fit to the top of his hand, so you have to rotate his hand around to actually put them on.
Oh, is it that now minifigure or what?
Yeah, then they've done it on the other version as well. So it's
Yeah, so his hands have to be upside down to have the thrusters on.
Oh,
let me. I do like that. Then might see a little bit better.
yeah.
No, I'm not trying to get rid of your land. Just
No, it's fine. It's fine. Otherwise, people can't actually see what you guys are building. So.
Do you remember we were talking last week about George's athletics?
Yeah, how did it go?
Better than expected. So I got I did 260s and a 200. So I came fourth in my first 60, and then second in the second 60, and second in the 200.
Oh,
So
okay.
for the 60s, I got 8.23 and 8.18, and then for the 200, I got 27.24, I think. So I was pretty happy with it. So there's 3 PBs in one day. So.
Well, what's his name? Is it now seconds that you're talking about there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
to get 3 PBs, I
That's
think was
very
excellent.
Yeah, it's actually very good.
But the 200 was the one that surprised us because I took George down on Friday to have a go on the track because he'd never been on an indoor track before.
Yeah.
And he was struggling to get below 30 seconds. And then when he was actually at the event, he did 27.23.
Yeah. If you also look at it, people like, for example, Usain Bolt, that's also very tall. They actually start off slow because of their height.
Yes.
People that are not that tall start very quick, but then they lose their speed at the end. If you look at Usain Bolt, he starts slow, but then when he's, for example, at the 30 or 40 meters, he starts flying.
Yes.
So that's what you also can expect. George might do better, not in the short distance events, but at the longer distance. For example, I'm not sure if there's an event, for example, the 300 or the 400.
Yeah, they do the 3 and 400s.
Yeah, so if he performs better, for example, what was it? Say 27. If he keeps that pace, how old are you, George?
13.
13. So if he
in the under 15s competition.
If he keeps that pace, you can run a 400 at 54 seconds. That's very good for a 13-year-old.
Yes.
Because, for example, a lot of guys, I can remember at the age of 17 to 18, cannot get below 50 seconds for 400. I know my fastest time for 300 was 36 seconds.
Oh, wow.
That's good. That's really good.
So basically, that's 13 seconds per 100 meter.
That's a good, very good place.
Yeah, and that was just that was like on an event which I didn't expect it. They just asked me to compete, and it's like I just got some form of energy which I didn't expect, and I was running. It's kind of like it was a weird event. It's kind of like you don't run your own track, and you kind of like just run, and at the 200-meter mark, you start cutting in, and then anybody who's in front, it's kind of like an 800-meter. You need to decide which position you're going to in at the finish. So it was interesting, but I came first. So yeah, that's my fastest time for the 300-meter.
Excellent.
So if he continues like that with that time at the age of 13, he can basically probably run below 50 seconds, and that will be very good.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah, there was one person there who did in George's age group, he did the 200 meters in 25 seconds flat.
Yes. Yeah. I can't remember what was my time for the 200-meter, but I know I broke one of the records at the school.
Excellent.
But yeah, so I know I broke a record, but I don't remember the time. So yeah, most of my track events in primary school was in grass, but when it came to high school, it was more tartan. But it was outdoor, not indoor. I think we don't have facilities in South Africa for indoor tracks. I'm not sure. I might be incorrect. It's been a while since I've actually went and watched an athletics event in South Africa itself.
Yeah, I think the strangest thing with the indoor track is the banked curves.
Yeah.
It's especially when you were starting. To see George start is at quite an angle when he's on the start line.
Yeah.
Do you actually have footage of it, of recording his races?
Yeah, I'll send it through to you on WhatsApp later.
Yeah. Basically, the reason I think why they're trying to kind of like do it is basically, I think, is to see if he can run faster.
Yeah, I think if you haven't got the bank tracks, you'd never get around the corner because it's really tight being a 200-meter track.
Yeah, like one of the coach for the higher group said that if you don't have the bend, a lot of people will just run straight off the track because they can't turn quick enough.
Yes, you're making me think about the one race I actually watched, and that was 100 meters of the one guy. He could not stay in his track, and he was actually running across the other lines, and he was starting to run over the other athletes as he was running. I was like,
that's not good.
It was funny to see it, and like 3 athletes were run over by this guy. I was like, no, yes, don't run with this guy.
I had that at my athletics club. So the guy was like really slow, so he didn't get it. So everyone was ahead of him. But he started in lane 8 and finished in lane 1.
Just like.
So he ran the whole way across the track.
And basically, George, are you starting off with what's this? I can't remember. Let me quickly look for the name. Sorry, I forget the names when it's in Afrikaans.
Right, George, when you come to the windows, you'll notice there's a little white dot on them. Can you make sure the white dot is on the bottom but facing inwards?
Right.
Because otherwise it looks strange. You get loads of white dots on the outside of the building. I changed all them last week, apart from those 3 because I can get into them.
But these are at the top as well.
Yeah, do you start with those start-off blocks, George?
No, not yet. I've never actually trained with blocks, to be fair. I'm gonna start training with blocks in the new year, though. So.
Okay. So it's not advanced as yet.
No, I think you've tried them, haven't you? But it was actually slower out the blocks than it was without them. So
it's just I need to get used to it, and then I can use them.
No, it's interesting.
Did you read the sticker?
Yeah, because I normally use the 400 meters for speed. It wasn't my best event, but 800 meters was my best.
Yeah.
So Basically, when you normally approach the 400 meters, and I don't know if George has actually seen it, but the guys they've gymmed themselves, like their muscles. Like you're like, sure, this guy he has probably gymmed so much for power in the end when he's running. So it's scary to see, but I think if George continues like that, he will probably start off with gymming quite extensively if he continues with events such as 200, 300, 400. But I'm not sure if he will continue with, for example, 800 and 1,500. Not sure.
Yeah, I think I've always said I think George would make a good 400-meter runner.
I've never been convinced.
No, you haven't, have you?
No. We don't do it at mine because it's we don't do 400s usually because it's a sprint club. So they do have a long distance group, but then I wouldn't be able to train with sprinting. So
Well,
was that must be yours then? I was just wondering why there was a spare piece out. I think it's one of George's coming across.
Trying to steal my pieces from me. Wait, have you only just finished the first bag? I'm halfway through my second one.
Yeah, do you guys actually throw away the bags or do you keep it?
No, we keep them. So we got.
Yeah, it's the same.
Well, say every box. Every box since we started the channel.
I also keep bags. Everything, even if I cut the top portion off, I keep it.
Yeah. No, if you open the boxes, we've got all the bags still in each one.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Even the little ones that go on the inside with the small pieces we keep.
Yeah. Because what I actually do is, like the big bag, I throw it into a bigger bucket and the smaller pieces into a smaller bucket. So it makes it easier for me to pinpoint where is the pieces so that I don't have to look for it. Sometimes, like, you're looking for a specific piece and then you can't find it in between everything.
No, I do sort of empty it into different little pockets, but as you're going through, it gets mixed up.
Is there any playable features that they have inside the set, or is it just like a skyscraper that they are building to kind of like just show off the set itself?
Yeah, I think it's really just to show it off. I mean, they've got different scenes you can make.
There's some hidden details, like there's some money in the back of this elevator. I don't know why. Yeah. There's a $100 bill in the back of the elevator.
Oh, okay.
What do you expect? It's Tony Stocks. Yeah, yes, a lot.
Apparently, my computer's telling me it's time to restart, so hopefully it won't.
Because I was thinking about it because I was playing the Marvel Avengers game. I don't know if you guys have it.
It is a good game, very good game.
Yeah, I basically finished up. I'm almost finished with the Ultron part, so I haven't finished that up yet. But I think it was the first section where it was the first Avengers movie where Tony Stark's tower was there, and I was like thinking about your set as you are currently busy building it.
Yeah, I think this is a set that's going to be definitely great to add into any collection.
Yeah,
it's just size.
I think we received, or I received a notice this week from Lego Certified Stores that the set is in store now. But it's like 11,000 rand. I think that's probably if you just divide it by 20, that's about I'm just rough estimate. That's about £550.
Which is a lot more than it is here then, because it's here. I think it was 430.
Yeah, I'm just giving a rough estimate. I'm not sure how much is it for a rand to a pound at the moment. Let me quickly check. Rand to pound.
I'm useless when it comes to doing currency conversion.
For some reason, there's Lego on the floor.
Whoa.
Explain that, Dad. What are you doing?
Trying to find the bit that went flying off. There we go. Luckily, that ended up on the table.
Okay, so it's basically it's 3 rand 50 cents for £1. So then it's 468 pounds. So it's still a bit
It's
more.
similar,
18
yeah.
pounds.
But it's about £8 more, I think. So it's
Yeah.
Oh no.
But yeah, I think it's definitely one so far that I'd recommend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, for me at the moment, I'm just like I said in the last live stream. It looks like they're not bringing out the Mordor set as yet for January because it's now the 16th. Normally, here in the middle of the month, they notify everybody that they are bringing out sets, and it will appear in store at the end of the month. And nothing has happened as yet. So I think it will probably only start off in January or February, but I'll wait for it. But definitely getting that Clone Troopers battle pack. For example, the other just a few Marvel sets. Those are iconic ones. But yeah, I don't know if you guys also saw that Lego Dreams that's going to form part of Fortnite. I don't know if you guys actually seen it.
Yeah, so Jordan's got one of the sets.
Yeah, somewhere.
Which he bought actually on the launch day of Dreams. Because when we were at the Lego store, Leicester Square.
Yes.
So the day was about that because it was, well, we didn't know before we went. But yeah, it was the launch of the Dreams sets.
Of course, I said we'll take it a trial run. We'll see with like the smallest one that was there. Dad wanted like the massive like shark ship.
I've actually looked at it. I took a video clip and I posted it as a short on my YouTube channel. It looks like a very interesting set itself. So it's something that I won't personally buy from a collector's perspective, but it looks like a very nice set. It's like interesting itself, but yeah, I won't buy it to put it on the shelves. I'll rather buy the normal kind of things that I have, like for example Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings or Star Wars, whatever I have, just to keep because I'm in the process of creating my man cave. It's like slowly getting off. Like I've already my third Perspex display is finished. I've ordered now the fourth one, which is going to be a bit bigger to store some of my castle sets inside. So because this dust and other stuff is just too much for me.
Yeah, the biggest issue. I mean, I'd love to put stuff in Perspex cases, but they just take too much room. Yes, we haven't got the luxury of spreading the sets out, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's. I think for my part, I have gaps in my cupboard. If you can see it there at the back, so that's what I'm just creating the Perspex display to fit into that gap. So that's 100% okay for me. So yeah, it makes it much more easier just to put it away. And you know, sometimes my father's a clinical and educational psychologist. These patients normally utilize the bathroom that's here close to my office. So they move past it. And, you know, sometimes the patients stand here and they look at your sets. And, you know, sometimes you get difficult patients and they will try and steal your set. Minifigure pieces. I had an incident where someone actually has stolen one of my Harry Potter minifigures. So I've just decided now I'm going to put Perspex over my sets.
That makes sense.
It's sad. It was literally placed on a place which you will not expect you will lose a minifigure, and it's like the Ron. It's of the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
set. So it was what's that spider's name again?
Aragog.
Yeah, Aragog. It was that set,
Right.
and I lost it. I lost that minifigure. Yeah, that's part of life, but you got just sad to see.
Frustrating.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, what's your plans for these last few days of December? Is it just going to visit family?
Yeah, so I'm at work. Well, finish Wednesday.
Yeah, I finish Wednesday as well.
Nice.
And then we're going to see family for Christmas. So yeah, so that's gonna be nice. It's always nice to go back and see them.
So I've got a half day for school.
Half day? What do you mean half day?
So we end at the start of lunch. So we finish at 12:45 instead of 3:00.
Oh, yes, at 3 o'clock. When is your classes start? 9 o'clock.
No. Well, it's 5. Well, you have to form. You have to be at form 8:30, which is like just to see who's actually turned up to school. And then
Right, see you later, Iris. Thank you.
see ya. And then your like first official lesson is like 9. So
9? Like, that's late. We start off at yes. We start off at 7:30. Yes, yes, sir. That's why we finish off. Yeah, probably 1 or 2 p.m.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I'm not sure. It's now what to say. Couple of years out of high school now, so not sure if the rules have changed, but yeah, that's what normally happens.
I think the issue over here is they'd never be up.
Yeah.
I think it's a struggle for some of the parents to get them up for a 9 o'clock start, let alone a 7:30 start.
Yeah, I think it will be difficult for me if I have to go into such a routine. To classes starts at 9, but like university classes already start at 7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically, at some periods it was my first and my second year. We normally we start off at 7:30 and we finish at 6. And you don't even have a proper break. You're like, at the end of the day, you're so tired, you just get back home and you just fall on top of your bed and you just get a good nap or a good night's rest. It was like, it's hectic.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little bit disappointing. One of the blue glass pieces has got a big scratch. Well, it's actually a scratch. It's just a mark in the plastic.
Just put it a bit closer to the screen. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the briquettes of Lord of the Rings, other ones, crown, like that silver pieces. And mine was literally scratched very badly. I've actually forgotten to actually ask Lego for this to illustrate it to them and maybe ask them if they could send me a piece with regards to it.
Yeah, because I had to do the same with the Hogwarts Express. One of the big glass pieces on the back of the carriage was all scratched up.
Sure.
So they sent one out for me. Yes, I'm disappointed. I'm not sure. I presume that's the front. I might swap them around if it's going to be right at the front. Yeah, that's at the front, so I'm going to swap it around so it's at the back. So at least can't see it.
Was this today a lot of soccer today? I'm not. I just heard a lot of people screaming in my area.
Well, for us, I mean, Saturday is a busy day for all the leagues anyway.
Yes, like I'm not sure. Did Manchester United play or not? I'm just looking. Matches.
I don't know. I'm not sure actually.
Oh no, they're playing tomorrow. I was like, I saw there's a fixture, and I thought, now I was like, why did these guys scream? It probably is the rugby
Yeah.
because, for example, with I don't know if you guys actually watch the rugby that much, but
Yeah. Quite a lot, yeah, actually.
with regards to the Super Rugby that we used to play, like the New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, and Japan and Argentina, due to COVID, Australia threw tantrum with regards to it, and they kind of like removed us from Super Rugby, and we
Yeah.
were forced to kind of like start competing in the URC and the Investing Cup. So I think it was probably because the Stormers, which is from Cape Town or the Western Cape, they were playing against La Rochelle today. I think it's
Yeah.
probably that. Because I just heard everybody yelling and screaming. I was like, I don't know about a game today.
Yeah, I've just had a sticker for a newspaper with who is Iron Man. So that's going back early in the series.
Yo, what was it? I actually thought about it. What was it? When the Avengers movie, the first Avengers movie came out, I think it was 2012. The guy that actually wrote the comic books of Marvel series, what's his name again? But yeah,
Stan Lee.
Yeah, Stan Lee. It looks like he came up with that concept with artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the game they actually mentioned artificial intelligence. Oh, and Stan Lee was one of the main character that mentioned it. I heard it last night. I was like wondering if he wasn't the person that actually gave the main theme or the words for artificial intelligence. It did exist in the 1940s when the British basically decoded the Enigma, but they didn't have a term for it. So I was just wondering if Stan Lee was the first person that basically gave the concept of artificial intelligence, because I know in 2012 artificial intelligence was not a common word that was used in our vocabulary. It was only here in 2018 up to now that it's a common word that we are utilizing everywhere in our working environment.
That's James. You got like Chat GBT now.
Yeah, just like that thing. Have you guys actually seen the new robot of Elon Musk?
The Tesla one, yeah.
Wow. And I was like talking about with my friends and family today. They were like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, this thing you can actually or do the garden for you, clean the house inside, look after family members, etc., etc." They was like, "Okay, now we can get rid of the maid, the gardener, the people that are after your family members." I was like, "Yeah, that's true." But it's like I think it costs like $20,000 just to get the robot. And you can rent it. I was like,
I can't remember what film it is, but I was telling George about it earlier. There's I think it's on Netflix. It's got Julia Roberts in. I just can't think of the name, but it's supposed to be about hackers.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a scene in there where it's got loads of Teslas.
Yeah.
And all the auto drive has been hacked. And the Teslas are trying to run people down and stuff.
Yes. No, the thing is, sometimes the people that are actually creating the movies are kind of like predicting issues that might happen in the future. It's kind of like inflection points. You know what the term inflection point actually means?
No, go on.
If you have like the time, you should actually read the book of Rita McGrath, Seeing Around Corners. Basically, aspects that will occur in the future in the industry or any working environment that can have a negative impact on your business. For example, COVID, and how the industrial revolution basically changed to the digital environment. That's kind of like an inflection point that they're talking about.
Right.
But yeah, like for example, the movies, they actually give you a very good hint of something where your whole product can be influenced by a common thing, like where Tesla is basically hacked or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's now the stickers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The picture of someone's top right.
Top right. Sure.
And which way around is the piece? That way
Yeah.
or the other way?
That way.
I also
It's
picked
really
up,
hard to figure out.
yeah, I also picked up the child, the Grogo's set. Only has one sticker.
Yes.
I
I
think
was like,
the old Yoda, well, no, normal Yoda is the same actually. It's only got one sticker for the nameplate.
that's actually very good because
Also.
you don't have to utilize or it kind of like improves the set's value itself for me.
Yeah.
Having too many stickers it's kind of like becoming very annoying. And also,
Yeah.
I think BD1 doesn't have a lot of stickers itself. Only, I think just one or two.
You were saying stuff?
But what's his name? I'm Groot has a couple of stickers. That's what I saw this week, especially for that case, and then the body part around his chest and the back.
Well, I think the worst set I ever built for stickers was the BMW bike.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous amount, and because everything's mirrored, I spent loads of time trying to make sure they're exactly right. So before putting them on, I have the pieces of the body next to each other so I can make sure they're completely lined up.
Sure. Yeah, the thing is, it's also happened with me with regards to I'm not that much into speed champions, but there are some sets that are very nice. I don't know if you saw the new Audi and the Ford that's coming out next year, but those are two very nice sets that are coming out. But like I wasn't used to kind of like build the set with reverse angles where you have to make sure that the stickers are fitting. And then I made a mistake with some of the stickers. I was like, I had to remove it very carefully just to make sure that I don't ruin the stickers itself.
Yeah. George has lost something he built.
Is it a big piece or is it a small piece?
It's a few pieces together.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's two small pieces. So it's two 1x3 studded plates.
On my side.
I don't know.
What did you do, George?
You see, normally has a go at me about dropping things, but he's actually thrown it across the room.
I didn't throw it across the room. It collapsed in my hand. And I think you stole it.
Did you see the direction which it went?
No. I only saw two sections, and they're the two sections I've got. Oh.
Right, let me put a torch down here and see if I can find it. This was not in the plan.
Really?
Definitely.
You go under there, George. Well, you look for it, so I'll carry on. I know that's fair. Yes, this is looking pretty good so far.
Is that the kind of like the, how can you say, the safe room or wherever they stored or kept the Loki and the Hulk?
I think so. What was that? No, that was on the.
Oh, what
That was
the
on the
carrier?
helicarrier, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yes, I'm not sure what that is.
yeah, I'm really not sure.
But the picture at the side, it almost looks like Krang. But yeah, bit of an odd one. Not sure why that's there. Maybe it'll tell us after the end of this build bit. Any look for it?
Who's out of city?
So Aerith is it's someone I've known for quite a few years. When I started 3D printing,
Yeah.
so I found 3D printers that were local in Southend, and they supplied all the filaments and everything. And when I was having issues with my printer, Aerith was the one that sort of helped me out and helped rebuild the printer and get everything back on track.
I was
It's just brilliant. It does designing. Some of the stuff is designed is phenomenal.
Yeah, I was just like looking at the comments here on the YouTube, and I was like, "Who is this person? I've never seen him."
No, it's brilliant. I say it's a really good friend. We're actually going out for breakfast with him tomorrow as well.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, we tried to do it. Well, I'd say monthly, but sometimes it seems to get extended. Like this time, it's been nearly 2 months since we did it.
Yeah.
Still no joy, George.
No.
So it looks like I'll be going ahead of George on this part of the build because he's still looking for his piece.
Finally.
No, he's not found it yet. He's having a good look around, but there's no sign of it.
Sure. Is it? But he managed to have a gate to some of the pieces, eh?
Yeah.
Isn't it probably behind the cupboards here, behind you guys?
Yeah, if it's a radiator cabinet, if it's gone behind that, it's going to be a bit awkward.
It's not behind me.
I just don't know how far it could have got.
You may actually be amazed of how far a piece can travel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, one of our biggest issues, I still need to figure out a way to solve it, is we have a fish tank, quite a big fish tank, and the gap underneath it is just right for Lego pieces to go underneath, and when they go under there, they get them out.
So you're looking at a concept of getting some pieces to build that certain foundation for the fish tank.
Well, I was looking at potentially printing a little skirt to go around it, so that nothing can go underneath it.
Well, do you think the pieces will be able to sustain or keep that? Will be able to carry the weight?
Because, it'll just be a skirt around the front of it. It will stay on the front.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be something that will be able to carry it. I was like, okay.
George has found his pieces. Are you going out that way?
Finally.
See, I think he was just trying to slow me down.
Shame, yeah.
But at least you found it. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it. You just think if you lose it, yes, you need to go and buy pieces and stuff like that, and that's not nice. And then basically,
I must admit, I have lost when I dropped the Jurassic Park gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the worst one for me because that shattered. I lost everything below the top third.
Yeah, you mentioned that one because you were moving it from the one place to the other.
Yeah, and Lego were excellent because I actually told them what I'd done, and they replaced because I was missing a monitor because I put all the pieces in the bag in the basket. But I couldn't find the sticker sheet because one of the pieces was missing was a monitor.
Sure, yeah.
So I contacted them just to ask if they still did the sticker sheet. Told them what had happened, and they actually supplied everything through.
Yeah, no, that's actually very nice from Lego. Their customer service is exceptionally good, and
there's no other company that's got customer service like them. Definitely. Yeah, you couldn't ask for better customer service.
Number 50, please.
So this is the other thing that George tries to slow me down with all these stickers he wants me to do.
Chops. No dilly-dallying. So you have to remind him, or else he
Which way up does it go?
It's daydreams or something.
That way up.
Isn't that
So it
true?
touches at the bottom.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
What's that?
I said that I have to keep reminding you, or else you'll daydream or something.
No.
Yeah.
That's quite a cool sticker. Why don't you show that, George, if you'll see it on the camera?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Isn't it probably one of like that in-game sets with the stickers on the glass? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like almost like Rocket, and there was something else. Some of the other figure. I can't remember the other character, but for example, the other in-game set, because I think they brought out 2 of the in-game sets.
Yes, we've got both actually.
Yes.
Because we've still got one to build, the one that comes with the car with the plan for the arc reactor on it.
Yeah.
And then the one where it's when the base has been destroyed.
Yeah. I don't have the first one, so.
Yeah, I've only got that recently. I say it's still in a pile to be built at the moment.
Yeah, oh no, that's fine.
In fact, no, there was another set, wasn't there? Because you had the small set which had the sort of the Avengers logo.
Yeah, it's
and the one which had the Ant-Man's vehicle.
And Thanos' ship.
And Thanos' ship.
Is it the diorama where it's the female characters? The Thanos? Isn't that it?
I'm trying to think now.
Because I think there's 3 sets. It's the first one, I think, that came out in 2019, where they had the arc reactor. And then the second one where the base was destroyed, where you get very iconic characters, such as Ant-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, or what's the other? I think the lady with the red spells.
Wanda.
Wanda. That's all, and also Thanos. And then basically the third one is the diorama, where it's the most of the female characters that were also in the battle.
Right. Can't remember that one actually.
That's my Scottish Terrier that's actually standing here next to me.
Yeah.
he's looking for attention now because we were spending more. Hey, yay!
Does he ever try and eat your Lego?
No, but he's trying to throw my books off. Hey, look at this naughty one. Trying to see.
Oh.
Shame.
How old is he?
He's about 4.5 years now. So
Yeah.
I think he's just looking for attention now because I haven't spent a lot of time with him today. But yeah, that's how Scottish Terriers are. They decide of when they want to come and get some attention from you.
Yeah. No, I must admit, I do love dogs. I haven't had a dog around for a long, long time. But...
We used to have a cat, which is quite ironic because Dad's allergic to.
Yeah, he's actually left me with permanent scars on my lungs because we had a cat.
Yeah. The thing is, we used to have German Shepherds, but the last one that we had passed away due to spinal cord disease, and with also security issues here in South Africa, you cannot go without dogs. They kind of like warn you if someone is trying to break into your property and stuff like that. Yeah. And the thing is also with the German Shepherds, the last one that we had was like 50 kilograms. That's why he became too heavy to carry due to spinal cord disease that he had. So we just decided now let's just keep with the normal smallish dog. And my father always wanted a Scottish Terrier, so he decided to get one for himself. And yeah, he's totally different. He's not that smart as a German Shepherd, but he's not that smart. But he's and he's
not in the room with me.
and he has his own attitude. It's like he wants to get his attention when he wants to. It's not like a German Shepherd that decides I want continuous attention and will follow you everywhere where he will go. My Scottish Terrier, he decides on when he wants to follow you or not.
Right.
So that's. But I know he always follows my dad around the house every time when he goes out. He's always following everywhere he goes.
The last dog we had, I mean, George never met him. We had a border collie.
Yeah.
And he was gorgeous, but he was one of these. He wasn't the cleverest of dogs. I think it's. Yeah, I remember he used to do things like if we're going out for a walk, something that catches his attention, and he'd carry on walking but looking a different way, so he'd either fall off the curb or walk into the back of a car. Or...
Shame.
But it was brilliant. Absolutely amazing dog.
Shame.
But yeah, I mean, it was, well, it's a long time ago I lost him. It must be, how long have we been since we had him?
I don't know. As you said, I didn't see him, 20 years?
Sure.
It may be 31 years since we lost him. I'm sure I think I was 18.
So a long time ago.
So a long time ago.
But they're actually very good companions to have.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of time with you and they basically give you a lot of attention. But sometimes, like, what was also very interesting on the Scottish Terrier, he doesn't chew your stuff.
No?
Like, what's his name? My other dogs, they were chewing everything. I was like, the Scottish Terrier is not chewing up all my shoes, but he'd love to pull down my socks. Hey. And basically cuddle with it. He will take my socks with him to bed.
What?
I was like, really? That was something interesting to see. And sometimes he will take your socks and he will go and bury it in the garden. Sometimes you put your socks on the washing line, or hey, come here. Sorry, he's walking around. You don't want him to walk around the whole house. Please. But yeah, sometimes he would just he will pull your washing off the washing line and basically go and bury it in the garden. I was like, sometimes you walk around and you're like, how did this get here? And then you remember, it's the dog. Or even those Kong toys, which I normally buy for the military dogs.
Yeah.
I bought him this red one, which it's a small one, and my previous German Shepherds had the bigger one, which was a bit black, and I think it was last year December. His toy literally disappeared, and I was like, what? I thought my mom or the maid probably just threw it away accidentally. And then it suddenly popped up here in the garden. He literally took it out and buried it there in the backyard. I was like, and now you have to check him every time when he's taking out toys outside. So you kind of like preventing him to take anything outside. Otherwise, it disappears.
No, I remember when we had the border collie. It was my grandma when she was still with us. Remy was in the back garden with his back towards the house, just laying down. And she said, he's being ever so good. Went outside and he was chewing a brand new shoes.
Those shoes are very expensive. Yes. Yeah. I know we had a German Shepherd. His name was Simba. And he used to chew up. He chewed up almost a pair of shoes from everybody.
Yeah.
My sister, my mom, my dad, the maid. He chewed up everything. And literally, we had an issue with him. He normally dug holes under the fence, and then he would disappear.
Right.
For a day or two. and then we literally had to drive around the ward or the area just to try and find him. Then you will find him a couple of kilometers away from your house. And wandering there in the bush, and I was like, yes, like this dog, one day he's going to be killed by a car. But yeah, literally we had to concrete the fence bottom section to ensure it doesn't disappear or dig holes, etc., etc. Yo, that dog, he had superpowers.
Yeah.
I'm missing a piece.
What do you mean you're missing? What are you
1
missing?
by 2 dark grey.
Or it has been used inside the set. I'm not joking. That's how I'm living. Because while you guys are talking, I'm building the other set here.
Oh, right.
So what set are you building?
The Baby Yoda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it,
Oh, you already put it on.
No. It was just I broke this and figured out how I broke it.
what's his name? Is Grogu Yoda's son or what?
No.
No, it's just one of that species.
Yeah, it's like the very last one.
I was like wondering if he was basically Yoda's son.
I mean, he could be because he's like, here it is. It's around the back. I mean, Grogu's like 100 years old.
Yeah. But what's his name? Apparently, they have started off with season number 4, and apparently, Mando is not going to be in the season 4. That's what I've heard.
Really?
Yeah,
How
that's
can the Mandalorian not be in the Mandalorian?
no clue. But yeah, that's just what I've heard. I might
Oh
be
yeah,
wrong.
because didn't he hand Grogu over to Luke?
No, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's just what I've heard online. But, sometimes the rumors might be incorrect.
There you go.
Well, perhaps they'll do another Boba Fett series, and the Mandalorian will be in that.
Yeah.
The last part of the Boba Fett was just the Mandalorian. It was just another few episodes.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised that they haven't started off with a new Boba Fett. How can you say? Season for Boba Fett itself.
Yeah. I enjoyed the Boba Fett series, but it just ended up with being the Mandalorian series for the second half of it, which was a shame because I thought it was going really well.
Oh yeah, but I think the thing is, Boba Fett probably started staying on a certain planet, and that's all that he was doing. So
yeah.
But yeah, we will have to wait and see what they are planning for the next couple of seasons. But yeah, hopefully it will be better.
Yeah.
Who did we say we figured out was the guy who played Boba Fett also played that we didn't know?
I
can't think who it was.
He was in the Green Lantern.
Which one was it?
He was the one that died when he came to.
Oh yeah. So have you seen Green Lantern?
Yes. Yeah. Is it? But it wasn't a very cool movie. It was kind of like a bit boring for me.
You know, at the start where the guy in pink dies.
It's I can't remember. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Oh, but at the start, a guy that's like the skin's pink. He is Boba Fett.
Oh, okay.
So we never knew that, but we just thought of the voice. And then you found someone from Lord of the Rings as well, didn't you?
Just before we go on to that, so I've just built Wong, and he has a hot dog. And he's actually said that Wong needs to show Hawkeye that Mayo doesn't belong in a hot dog. This is definitely the best use of a sling ring portal we can think of. So they've actually given him a hot dog because of what he showed Hawkeye.
Yes.
Very random.
It's probably like an Easter egg. Something like that.
Yeah, what George was saying about a character. I've seen Lord of the Rings so many times, and it never registered who was actually the actor for Gimli.
Sure.
Do you know what the main roles that that actor's been in before?
No, not really.
You know,
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, yeah.
you know the guy that helps him through the desert?
Yeah.
It's him.
Okay.
But even once we saw that, even going back and looking at the scenes with Gimli, it's still hard to tell it's him.
It's the voice.
It's just the voice that gives it away.
Sure. But did he even feature in the, like, for example, the premieres there, they were showing it off and stuff like that?
I don't know, but because the thing that impressed me, because Gimli in the films is quite active.
Yeah.
It would have been, I think it was 59 when he made the first one. So, but yeah, I just can't believe I never knew that.
Yeah. It's kind of like they were playing as the stunt guys for the movie.
Yeah. Where's his starting take shape? So it looks like George has built more than me, but I think mine's got maybe it's a few more details inside.
No, this has got.
It's just the glass panels that he's busy with. He showed a lot in those bags. He has a lot of glass panels.
Yeah.
Why is the dot on the outside?
It doesn't matter, okay? If you want to change it. I'm not taking this apart to change one glass panel.
Can you get to it?
Yeah, you can. Can you do this like afterwards, please?
The annoying thing is the glass panels that you get. For some reason, on one side, you probably can't really see on that. There's a white dot on one end. That's visible as a white dot from one side. And I ended up taking half the set apart from the first live stream because some of the windows had the white dots. They just looked ridiculous. So I went through and took all the panels out and changed them around so the white dots on the inside.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like that. But I didn't notice it for a start. So I say that's why I had to go back and basically dismantle half the set to get the windows out. But yeah, it's strange. But I say it's all the pieces are the same. So it's
Stolen one of my pieces.
What?
You stole one of my pieces.
What
I
piece?
had.
But I think that's something that we should probably bring out. Or basically, it's good that we are mentioning it in the live stream because normally people don't look at detail like what other people would look at with regards to detail itself. So it's kind of like interesting that you are basically pointing it out to the guys out there. For people that are watching it, I see it's only 2 people that are watching. So, but I see the previous live stream got like 22 views.
24, I think, in the end.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so that was good.
This is the big moment right here.
Oh, do you want to bring it on camera then?
You could have said that before it's half put on. Okay. Not full. Do not full. Do not full.
So where's that iconic music that you need to play?
Can we play it, or is it copyrighted for that?
What are you? What music?
Well,
So confused.
Thunderstruck for Iron Man.
So now you have to get that machine that turns at 360 degrees, that so we can get a good view of it. I'm just joking.
We have George for that.
Yeah. No, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing for a bit because I'm just putting panels on the side and I'm not doing it backwards. This is going to be really hard. This is hard doing it like this.
Amateur.
What do you mean amateur? I'd like to see you try.
How many pieces does this set have?
5,102.
And the bag amount?
No, 5,201. There's
39.
And you guys are at how many pieces now?
I'm not sure, Joe. What bag are you on?
This is the end of bag 16.
And I've done 17. No, I've done 18 to 20 so far.
Okay, so you're halfway through it.
Yeah. I think in this bag, or this book, sorry, let's say we build up. It's probably trying to level. 15, 16 cents. Well, it's probably double that on top of it again.
Sure.
And then the last bag, I think you build the very top of it, and then you put the big sloping glass piece. So there's literally a bag of just blue glass pieces like that, and it's just one full bag of them.
Is there any what's its name? Any stickers of what's his name? Shield and the Avengers itself in the set?
I haven't seen any, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
There's plenty of Shield logos.
Oh, I see there at the bottom.
Yeah.
What's that figure there at the in
this
the
one? So one of the scenes you can do is the Hulk where he's hitting Loki into the ground. Recorded puny god. Cool.
And that stickers at the top, is that also Shield?
Yes.
Ah, okay. And that other stuff is probably for Falcon.
Yeah, you got Falcon. You got an Avengers magazine. It must be a TV screen. This just in: Hulk smashes again. And then you got Battle of New York Memorial. So Steve Rogers, Tony Stark, Thor Odinson, Bruce Banner, Natasha Romanoff, and Clint Barton. And that's got the very small Shield logo and the Avengers logo.
Yeah. That's interesting.
I've got one to bag 17, so I'm doing the Quinjet, so I can move this to one side.
Yeah, basically, that will be a very nice feature to add the Quinjet to the set itself.
Yeah, the Quinjet on this, apparently, what was it, since 2012? No, 2010, was it? 2012, this is the 11th version of a Quinjet.
There's pretty much been one every year. Oh my goodness, look how many small pieces there are in this. There's two little bags full of them. It's mad.
So the Quinjet actually looks really nice on this. Yeah, it's going to be... I think this looks fantastic. I definitely need to try and sort out some lights for the logo itself.
Well, it would have been nice if they had the Avengers logo as well.
Yeah, so the Avengers logo is on the side of the building. I think that's in one of the last bags. In fact, it's the start of book 2. I think you put the logo on. And I say some of the lighting kits look really good, but then some of it flashing. It just doesn't work very flashing. I can't remember it flashing in the film. I think it's just static.
Sure. I've also now just finished the back portion of the Go-Go part. I think it's back 3, so...
It's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? It's on a sort
of
structure.
The main structure inside is just technique. Well, that's basically part of Star Wars.
Yeah.
But then the other parts that they've actually added is basically just base plates in smaller pieces.
Yeah, the actual Yoda one is probably one of the worst for plate on plate. It's so hard to see for some of, well, not all of it, but for some of it, it's really hard to see what you're actually placing down and where, because it's all the same color, and it's like the robe is like double the size of the one on Grogu. So it's
No, it's up there.
yeah. So he's just off the camera, but the cape, or not the cape, the cloak is really hard, really, really hard. But
Oh,
you get-
is that not for Yoda?
yeah.
Sure.
Yes, I look forward to that one.
Now you're discouraging me to build the set, eh?
No, it's worth it. It's a really nice looking set. I think that the UCS Yoda that came out years ago, I think looks crazy. It doesn't look anything like Yoda. So
Yeah,
the later set that they released is really good.
I know there's one guy here in South Africa. He has a lot of Star Wars sets. He basically posts a lot on Saffol's group,
Yeah,
but he collects mostly the UCS sets. So he basically displayed his Venator this week, which he finished building. So yeah, he was also in the process of buying some of the other UCS sets. But yeah, the best one for me this year with regards to the UCS sets that came out was probably the Razor Crest and the Venator itself.
yeah. The Razor Crest is a really gorgeous build, actually.
Yeah,
I thought the
yeah.
small version of it was quite nice, but the detail on the UCS is phenomenal, and it looks so smooth. It's so nice.
Yeah, definitely. It looks amazing. Everybody that walks into your room would say, "I know this ship. This is the Razor Crest." And it was probably apparently it was an iconic ship during the Clone Wars.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
they bought it, didn't they?
Didn't know it, but they say it was. So
okay.
Yeah, I did not. I'm just quickly getting the other bag.
Yeah, because that was the ship he had the whole time he's been a bounty hunter. And it's when he was like 30, 40, it was in the start of the Empire. So it looked to be in the Clone Wars.
So yeah, it's like what we also see with most of the ships that came out during, like for example, the Mandalorian was basically and with the Star Wars movies, that was kind of like ships that were used after Clone Wars by the rebels itself.
Pictures on the right.
That way.
Yeah. Sorry, say that again.
No, it's fine. Rather check it out before you make a mistake.
Yeah, so I'll just try that way around on both.
Yeah. We've got two stickers, but it's the exact same sticker on the exact same type of piece. So
just make sure I get the right around on the.
Oh no, I'm wrong. It's the opposite way around on the second one.
Opposite on the second one. Okay, so that one's fine. That's good. Trying to take a sticker off is a nightmare.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yes, the stickers. That's what happened to me with that Speed Champions, especially the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm not used to building those type of Speed Champion sets. And I was like, oh no, man, now I made a bloody mistake on this, and I had to fix it. And now the thing is, now you have to concentrate to ensure that you do not make a mistake on it.
Yes. I think the worst one for me is it was when we did the UCS X-Wing, the older UCS X-Wing.
Yeah.
The stickers on that, because I'm one of these who I'll sort of peel the sticker back up again just to make sure it's perfectly straight. And on that, the stickers were the worst ones I've ever seen. I think there must have been on a small budget for building that one, because the instruction manual was like tracing paper. And the sticker, when I lifted it up, it just left a residue. So on the clear cockpit, where I tried to realign it, it all clouded up. It was horrible.
Is it the 2013 one?
Yes.
Sure. I know that other lady that I normally buy sets from that is selling sets for her son's foundation. She tried to sell it to me, and I was like, no, I'm not interested in the UCS X-Wing at this stage.
Yeah, it is a really nice set, but yeah, just in terms of the quality of the instructions and everything, it's the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've just a set that really frustrated me enormously. I don't know if you guys basically built the latest Hulkbuster.
No, the really big one.
No. The small one for the Infinity Wars.
Yes. Yeah, we've got. Yeah, that's down there. I think might be on the bottom shelf.
I don't know if you guys actually realize that, but the armor pieces, which is on the chest and at the left and right hand side of the chest portion, it breaks off easily, and that really frustrated me immensely. It's like if you just touch it, it falls off. I don't know if you guys actually experienced it when you were building.
No, I can't remember of that issue. Maybe we did. It's been a while since we built it, but I can't remember.
But yeah, I know I experienced because I built it this year, and I had issues with that thing just to ensure that the armor stays intact. It continuously just fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably one of my worst sets that I experienced. It looks very nice, to be honest, but I'm not sure if they made a design flaw with that entire set when they designed and tried to put it together.
So, did you say you had the tumbler?
Another tumbler?
No, did you say you have the tumbler to build?
Yes, I have the tumbler to build.
Yeah, because that's a bit of a pain as well. With the because a lot of the pieces on the top are held on in one corner, so you can angle it.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a frustrating build at times. I mean, it looks fantastic, but to get the angles of great.
It's interesting to listen to other people when, like, their frustrations when they were building sets.
Yeah, it's Lego used to be a very relaxing thing, or just like age.
And sometimes it turns out to be frustrating.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I probably had what most frustrated I've been recently. I was doing the build in the back for yesterday's, which was an Ewok village. But I don't know why, whenever Lego do advent calendars, they seem to have smallest bags for the biggest builds. It was so hard. It took me absolutely ages to finish it because every time I tried to put the pieces on the bottom, the bases of the trees, because everything was connected one by one stud. And it was it took me ages to get it together.
I would say there's been a time my dad's been more frustrated, which was today as well, where there was the thing that Thor's on, the head wouldn't stay in place. So he was so angry, we heard him scream from upstairs. He was so angry. We thought he'd hurt himself or something. But no, he couldn't get this Lego in place. And we were upstairs, we could hear it like we were stood next to him.
It just kept falling apart. It wasn't good.
Yes, like I can't remember. There was also a set like that which I was building that just kept on falling apart, and it was frustrating me immensely. Can't remember what set it was. There are so many sets that I've basically built.
Yeah.
But I can't remember.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, we could start going through a list of sets, but I think we'll be here for quite a while.
Basically, start off with your storybook of the sets that you've really struggled with.
No, I think we need to start doing some more sort of videos of the old collection as well, rather than just builds. Because it's, I was saying to George, I think one thing that'd be quite interesting, especially since we've got hold of some really nice minifigures recently, to go through a top 10 of the minifigures we have. Yeah, whether it's on how much George likes them or on what they pretend, well, what they say the value is. I mean, I'm never overly convinced by what they say the value is. But yeah, I think there's some very interesting minifigures that we could go over.
Yeah.
Because we got some sets recently which we bought second hand.
Yeah.
And some of those, the minifigures, in theory, are like £40, £50 each.
Sure. I'm not even sure if I have figures that is. Probably Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Have you got the UCS Slave 1?
Yeah, also the UCS Slave 1.
The Boba Fett in that is
that one. Yeah, if you look at my screen there at the back, you will see him there on the top. The UCS Slave 1. That's what they're calling. Also, King Theoden from Lord of the Rings. That's
yeah.
Is he like normal height, or did they use like the smaller legs for him?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But yeah, I know he's very expensive minifigure.
Is Theoden Rohan?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the wrong guy. I'm thinking of the dwarves. That's why. Sorry, that was a stupid question.
No, and I think King Ironfoot. That's from the Battle of the Five Armies. I think that's also a big one. Aragon at the Battle of the Black Gate, and Gandalf White. Sure. I know Lutz. That's one of the Uruk-hai main characters that killed Boromir.
Yeah.
That's also a very expensive one. Sure. I'm not sure what other figures I have that's very expensive. Sure. But I know of a very iconic set that I do have, which is the 1996 police station.
Yes.
With the green windows. That a lot of people are looking for that set.
Yeah. Can't remember the one with the green windows actually.
No.
Yeah, apparently they brought out a new. They're going to bring out a new one, a police station, which is kind of like a police station there in the sea on an island. That's what I. Yeah, and they people are going crazy about them. The rock pieces that's also included in the set itself. So they want to use it probably for their own mocks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, because the other thing I want to we need to finish off doing the reviews for the UCS sets because we've still got
a couple.
I think it's the 8080. I think the Razor Crest as well.
Yeah.
Doing that to do the reviews, but I'd also like to do a video.
Need to build them
I'd also like to do a video. Not quite sure where we'd do it yet. To have all the UCS sets together, but I'm not sure where we're going to be able to do it because it won't fit on the table. Well, we've got 18 UCS sets.
Oh, don't worry. I think I only have 3.
Yeah, I think we've had everyone since probably the Ewok Village, isn't it? Slave 1 Ewok Village time. I think we've probably got every single one. And then we've got the, from before that time, probably the UCS X-Wing,
Don't brag.
the TIE Fighter. and the Imperial shuttle.
No, just me. Okay.
So I'd love, it'd be great to be able to get them all in one video.
Probably just do it like what I did for all my Lord of the Rings and Hobbit sets. Just put them on the table, or I'm not sure how big your table is, or just put it on the floor and just try and take a video.
I think it would have to go on the floor. I really don't think the table will be.
Yeah, basically utilize the garage floor.
Oh, we haven't got one.
Oh, you don't have a garage. Sorry.
No.
I know there's this one Lego YouTuber that basically utilizes the floor, his garage a lot to basically display all his Star Wars sets that he basically builds and displays. But he has tons and tons of how do you say of Star Wars sets that he just buys in large quantities and builds like a massive Star Wars armor.
Yeah. No, so I think that'll be another good video to do. To actually, like you say, with the armies, to get all the Star Wars figures we've got into a single video, or the Harry Potter, because we've got crazy amount of Harry Potter figures.
I've got a clone army now, so I spent like 3 days figuring out what everything was, figuring out how to set it up, and then when we got the new clone battle pack, I began to put them on the base plate, and then realised I was one stud too short on the base plate, so to move everything by one stud. It was like, oh.
Yeah, what's his name? Don't worry. I actually didn't realize it while I was building my Helm's Deep mock. You will be amazed. My chair is basically the support for one portion of the Helm's Deep mock. Yeah, I'm literally sitting next to it. I built it too wide or too long.
Right.
So I forgot about it. So now there's this massive portion that is being supported by a chair. So I literally have to order a Perspex display that can basically carry that weight, and so that I can just take it down. But it's literally covered with blankets to prevent any dust of sitting on top of it. And also the patience. Like they would literally stand in front of it and I will start touching it. I was like, yes, can't you leave it? Please leave it.
No, it is an impressive mock. That size, crazy.
Yeah, you don't realize it, but the guy that actually inspired me with that mock was Cal itself.
Yeah.
Because he was building such amazing castle sets, and Lord of the Rings sets, and he kind of like inspired me to get the set itself, or to start off with the mock. And I kind of like tried to push, and like I built the Helm's Deep set, but in the initial stages it looked okay, but it wasn't impressive.
Yeah.
So I just decided like I would upscale it and make it higher and taller, and then I built it like just the fort section with the wall and just the front portion where all the Urukai would stand with the army, but it still wasn't impressive enough. So that's why I started building it, expanding it, and making it longer, and add a rock portion or mountain portion section at the back. And then everybody was like, no, now it starts looking good. So I'm literally looking at the process when I start off again with it, to expand it even further, to add like those light bricks itself, so that it looks like you can walk around it and you can actually see inside the mock, and like certain areas which has been lightened up, like the caves where all the worm was basically staying during the battle. So just make it kind of very interesting.
Yeah. So have you got all minifigures on it then?
No, not all the.
So you're gonna have it in like before the battle or during the battle or like after the battle, where they've got like the few of them on the inside that are charging out.
No, basically the beginning of the battle.
Right.
So that's basically what I did. Like
So
for
there's
example,
no like Gandalf.
yeah, I haven't added that kind of scene to it. So mine is just focusing on the beginning of the battle.
Right.
So how long did it take you?
Oh yes, like to be honest with you, it's I haven't worked on it this year. So 2012, up to where I've put it now, it's probably 10 years.
Oh wow.
But that's just when you take all the months into consideration. But probably months that I've worked on it, it will probably be 3 or 4 years. But
Yeah.
the process of not working on it and just leaving it until where it is currently is 10 years.
Blimey. That's dedication.
Yeah.
But that's why I want to get the Perspex displays to start off with the process of displaying my stuff. It's really frustrating if you have iconic stuff in your room and you can't display it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, so we're getting to the point where we need to try and find extra space because you get to the point where you lose details.
Yes.
Because everything's covering each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Sorry, George, you can talk.
Oh, thank you. With like Lego builders, like if people ask us what we do, I'm just like, if somebody asks me what I do when I'm older, I'd be like half tempted to just say, like, I build castles and cities and whatnot. It makes me sound really cool. And then then I'm like, I was going to say teacher, but I probably shouldn't say that.
So you probably upset a lot of people there, George, because what's not cool about building Lego?
Yeah, you know what I mean, though.
But have you actually told the class that you have your own YouTube channel and what you're doing?
Yeah. Now, see, the thing is that a lot of people, a lot of the people that have seen it at my school go to the start of the channel when I had my really high voice. So it's like it gets to the point where people are like, didn't you used to have a really high voice? What's the name of the channel so I could see it? And I just like give the name of someone else's channel because it's like I'm not risking it. I'm not gonna risk it.
But how many times have I told you to redo the intro?
Yeah, but there's still the old videos. That won't change.
Yeah,
I won't make a difference.
It's like, hi, my name's George.
You're gonna regret that one. You're gonna regret that one.
It is. If you go to the homepage of our channel, it's he must have been about 3 or 4 months in.
He looks very young, and I was like, in the beginning, I was like, "Is this George?" I was like, "Hey, I'm not in the mood to make new videos," and I was like, no, it's fine, keep it as is. But my intro is just my Helm's Deep mark, and everybody, I just see a lot of people watching it, and then they continue on with the thing. So mostly that's why I have my 3 playlists. The one is the one is for my Lego, the other for the gaming, which is basically my company of heroes, or what's the other one? I can't remember now. But yeah, it's the gaming, and then the other one's holiday trips. But that's like just 20% of my channel. The rest is just Lego. Otherwise, if you start adding additional stuff to your channel, it starts becoming an issue.
Yeah, we're actually contemplating changing the name of this channel to make it more about Lego. Because initially, when George first set it up, he wanted to do gaming and everything. But I think it, like you did, probably maybe keep George's gaming guide for the games, and then something that change the name of this one to something that's more Lego based.
Yeah, the thing is, I saw someone else is also doing, like, for example, gaming Lego and a bit of holiday, and it's doing okay. But you need to keep it the same. You mustn't just do random games on your channel. Just keep it. It's like, for example, I'm just keeping to the Lego games and just strategy, for example, company viewers. That I just do it to get extra watch hours on my channel. So that's just what I have for it. But I do have another YouTube channel that I did create by myself for my gaming, which focuses extensively on. I don't know if you can remember Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Yes. Yeah.
I've literally added it to like some of the games of all the races that I've done thus far on the game on it, but it hasn't received a lot of views. I'm like, okay, no, that's fine. I'm not going to query it, etc., etc. I just left it as is. But yeah, that's just part of life. You can't get everything. But like, for example, I've also played what's his name? The Rugby 2022. I don't know if you know that game. Yeah, I played that game. I'm currently like busy with the URC championship. I'm playing with the Blue Bulls. So I've basically captured all that, and I want to add it to the channel itself. So to the gaming channel itself.
Yeah, because I think George would probably do Total War games.
Yeah. The only problem, like, if I did that, I'd have to do like online battles because I mean, the campaign is all right, but the AI is not great at the minute. I mean, I haven't got the new one yet. So the new one's Total War Pharaoh, which is all Egyptian. So I'm hoping that the AI is a bit better in that one. But the last couple have been let down, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, but that's probably I've looked at the Total Wars one, but that's mostly focused on the Rome part. So
yeah. I think Total War Rome is probably the best one at the minute.
That's
yeah.
Stick running that way.
Sure.
Yeah, so I think with this new Pharaohs game, it might be a good place for George to start. But we need to get ahead on this channel first.
Yeah. Basically, it makes it difficult if you have to balance 2 to 3 channels. Like I have also the other YouTube channel, which is for the bees.
Yes.
And basically, having 3 YouTube channels isn't an easy thing to balance.
No, it's hard enough keeping up with warm at the minute.
Yeah. So the other 2 isn't doing that well, but I have at least some form of subscribers, but it's like very few. On the bees YouTube channel, I only have like 11 subscribers. On the gaming one, it's 4 subscribers. It's fine.
Well, so with things like that, if it's games you enjoy and you've been playing them anyway, it's it's nice to get the subscribers, but it's something you enjoy anyway. It's a bit like the Lego. We enjoy doing it. It would be nice to be able to build the channel more, but at the end of the day, we're having fun doing it.
Yeah, and the thing is also, like I see your subscribers are also growing. at a faster rate, probably due to the advent calendars that you are doing at the moment.
Yes. Yeah, I think we definitely need to keep doing some shorts. I need to finish off the new Marvel minifigures because I've had them for ages. They're the first 6 videos, and I just haven't got around to building the next 6 yet. Because I know I've got them because I bought them. Well, they're brand new, but the boxes have been opened to make sure you get the ones you wanted.
Yeah.
So I've got them to build. So
Sure.
I did shorts on the first 6. So yeah, I think it went quite well.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the set, and I'm seeing I have to add this 2 pieces to it, but I'm not finding it.
Oh, you've got some left over.
Yeah, I've got some left over. I'm like looking now through the manual. I'm like, where does this fit now?
It's horrible when that happens. And it's when you realise it's on the inside.
Yeah, and basically your eyes are building so fast, you don't realize you're missing pieces.
Yeah.
Where did that go, George?
I don't know. You made fun of me when I.
Yeah, can you see it? It's bright red. Actually, don't worry about it.
Oh,
I've got enough without that one, so I can find it afterwards.
Is that not?
Not really. Yeah, it's quite handy when the piece you drop on the floor is a small piece, so you get a spare in the bag.
What is this? This? Oh yeah, you do get this one. Okay, I have finished.
So is that you done for tonight, then, George?
That is me, and you're about finished on that bag, so that's quite.
That's too small, Kunjit, George. You must make it bigger.
Well, George has got a challenge, not for this set.
Yeah.
But there's we've got the jazz quartet.
Oh yeah, that other one that you mentioned because he's playing the trumpet.
Yeah. So what we want George to do is design a saxophone player to go with it.
Yeah.
Huh.
And it's quite modular by the looks of it. So the sort of 4, you can have them on 4 separate platforms.
Yeah.
So we'll just make it so it's a platform that's interchangeable, so you can put trumpet rather than or trumpet or saxophone and sort of thing. So that's George's challenge. But we said what we would do is build it, and then you can base the structure of the people on the one that's already there.
Yeah. Basically, I'm currently also looking at getting my Roman helmet. That one that was my 21st birthday.
That's gorgeous, that is.
Yeah, basically, I want to get a perspex display, which is basically like 2 levels. Because I have a tall boy there in my room next to my bed, but it has like the display of a wooden ship. It's like a French battleship that was utilized during the Napoleon Wars.
Yeah.
And I have some pewter knights and some other stuff there. So I kind of like want to add my Roman helmet at the first level, and then the other stuff at the top level. Otherwise, it's going to be reaching the ceiling. That tall boy that top. So, but it's time to get my stuff out. It's kind of like I can't hide it for until I'm like 60 or 70 years old. It needs to come out and be displayed.
Yes.
Yeah, Dad can give you that advice.
Yeah, it's like that helmet is very iconic. That's like my 21st birthday present. And also the Roman Julius Caesar's replica sword. That's really nice. And that's apparently it's from a specific steel, Spanish steel.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the name is, but it's a very iconic steel.
There you go. So I think we're finishing today. I think George wants to finish.
Finally, we're finished.
So so it's not quite going on yet, but that's going to be sort of the way it looks with the helipad. Well, that might be the way around actually.
I don't know.
Actually, no, it is that way around. So I'll go there like that. So yeah, so if we can bring this in. Oh, one book, George.
Yeah, you've actually got a thumbprint in the book.
How have we got a thumbprint in the book?
No, when you picked it up earlier to show something, you've got a thumbprint on the black bit.
Yeah.
And it's not like a light thumbprint. This is like you could see all of the wrinkles in his hand.
So yeah, so that's half hanging off the table, so I can't take any further back. And
Yeah,
probably another quarter of that to go on top.
Yeah, well, I mean, I suppose you could hang it further off the table, but I'm not doing it up.
Yeah.
Just to be quite honest.
So it's quite a nice size for the Quinjet on there.
but the interior section, is it well done, or is it just like basic stuff that they're adding to the seat itself?
I think the interior is quite nice actually. So you got dummy on this one.
Yeah, with the robots where they're working on the Iron Man suit.
Yeah, you can't. So in the book, I haven't done it. I've left the fire extinguisher where it is, but you can have him holding the fire extinguisher, which works out pretty well.
So this one, say whether it's a age or
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm just not sure what that is.
No, I'm not. When we have a look at the end, when it shows you where to put the characters, it might give us a bit more of an idea.
No, probably.
But the Quinjet's quite nice, though. Yeah,
It's
pretty
just small.
size. I think there's quite nice detail on it.
Did you build an elevator on that level?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a bit small. I would have liked the Quinjet to be a bit bigger, like what they currently have. So, from my recommendation is to get the Quinjet set and basically add it to this one. It's kind of like looking much more in proportion to the set itself. Because how do you think the guys are going to fit at the back?
Yeah.
I think a Quinjet, it would feel it'd be to at least here.
Yeah, and they say for Nick Fury to actually have him lying down in the cockpit because he won't fit sitting down. So you actually have to put him lying down in the cockpit. So he's having a snooze on his way to Avengers Tower.
But yeah, we've got another 4 bags. 5 bags, sorry, to complete this section. So I wonder if that actually has the top on. In fact, do you want to go to the front of that, George? We'll see what's left on those 5 bags. No, just go to the front.
Oh, so you don't know if what has the front on?
No, so if you show the picture to what we're building.
It sort of has it on. Actually, no, I don't need to keep that. So it sort of has it on.
So this is the one I'm building.
Yes.
So that will take me up to bag 27.
So that's going to be probably a couple of live streams left.
Yeah. So I think the top. Well, that's got to be about 50 centimeters. So there's another. So that's probably just over half the height. So it's going to be interesting when we're building the last bits because I want to be able to see what we're doing.
Until we probably don't build it directly on top. If we do, we have to have like a stepping stool to reach the top of it.
But that's the last bit that we've got to do for book 3. So you got that slope in front.
Okay, I see. Then probably all the details going to. I think what you're currently doing is just building the outer portion of the set itself. And then the other stuff is going to come with regards to detail. I'm not sure.
Oh wow!
I'm not sure there'll be a lot more detail on the inside of it, but
so it looks like a lot of the set has hanging pieces or people off the ground.
Yeah.
Because it shows on bag 39, it shows the amount. So that row of stuff is people either hanging off the side of the building, vehicles, people floating, and it's like 20 pieces that are right there, 20, 30 pieces. It's mental. But yeah, it looks good. So we even out all the front, which will go well.
Yeah, there was one small detail. I was say you can hardly see it because of this now. But there's a little lift on the inside, and when I was putting the stickers on, there's a hole in one side saying "out of order," and then it's got a picture of the Hulk in a circle across it.
Didn't Hulk break the lift?
He was going to get in it.
He was going to get in it. They told him not to. Yeah,
so that's why.
stairs.
So That's why in the film Tony gets like knocked out because the door comes flying at him.
Yeah, I can remember because in Endgame, Tony said to him, "No, you utilize the stairs." So, sure.
Yeah, because it's the weight, wasn't it, in the lift? It was too much.
Like, this is probably the most expensive building on the planet, but they couldn't build like a titanium lift or something. Of course.
Yeah, but I think this is going to look really nice.
What they should have done is just made a second lift for the Hulk. Surely. It's not like money's the issue, is it?
No.
Yeah, do not let that fall off.
I'm not going to let it fall off. So, yeah, so something like that.
And then a massive bit on. And then it looks like there's enough room for like 5, 6 minifigures on top of each other in the next bit, plus the machine at the top. So
yeah, I think we're going to have to try and figure out a different place to put the camera for the next one.
Yeah. Basically, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I'm not sure of the date for the next one yet, so because we won't be available next Saturday.
Yeah, I think everybody's also preparing. What is it? For Christmas Eve. So
we could do the 30th.
Yeah, that's probably. I think that will be the best because that's like the second last day of the year. And the same time, or do you want to do it early? I'm not sure.
I mean, we could. It's a matter. I'm just thinking about it because we're going to be doing one on the 2nd anyway.
Are we?
That'll be 3 years, won't it? So that'll be 3 years from the first video. It'll be the 2nd of Jan. So I don't know whether you just want to do it then, because otherwise it's too. I mean, I don't mind doing 2 streams in 3 days.
Because I think what we need to do is decide whether we build the rest of this book, and then we start the last live stream for book 3.
Yeah, it's just that it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is quite a lot. Yeah, so perhaps we'll do the Saturday, and then we'll be doing another live stream on the Tuesday. So we'll probably carry on the Tuesday.
Something like that. But probably, would you like to finish or try to continue with this set on the 30th, or do you want to continue it on the, what was it, the 3rd of Jan? Or do you want to
start? We'll probably do this set on both.
Yeah.
I think.
Now, in theory, I could actually start book 3 because at least the first bag is on its own because it's building the start of the floor. I don't know about after that. Well, some of it is just, oh my goodness, I just saw a picture that's a little bit scary. that is ridiculous. That's mental. That is mental. It's a picture of obviously building the wall. It's going off the page. There's that many.
But
not good for like.
But at least it's not the Eiffel Tower, eh?
Yeah, so that'll be the bag for that one.
Just.
That's a lot of windows.
Hey, you guys don't have the Eiffel Tower, eh?
No,
No, I was just checking with you guys. I was like wondering, did you guys do the Eiffel Tower? Someone did do the Eiffel Tower. I think it's I can't remember his name now.
Was it Litbricks?
Yeah, Litbricks. Litbricks from the United States. He has the Eiffel Tower with all the lights and features. Like you guys also did the light features now for that Avatar set. That looks epic. I lights.
think one of the best ones to have it for would be the Home Alone house, because you can have it like for all the windows, for the different coloured lights outside, and then you've obviously got all the rooms on the inside as well. So it'd probably be like 100 lights on it, but it'd be pretty cool.
Which set is this now?
The Home Alone house.
Sorry, the which ones?
Home Alone house.
Home Alone, okay, yeah. I'm not that huge fan of that suit. So I know the movie, but I'm not such a huge fan.
I welcome Clip Films Melbourne. Thank you for joining us. I've not actually seen the lizard figure yet, so I'll have to have a look at that. But yeah, it's a shame if they haven't made the head correct on it.
Oh, I see now the chat. Basically, yeah, I also saw that of the lizard minifigure that is coming out with the Spider-Man Final Battle, and that will be something nice to add to the set itself, and then basically add a Perspex display for it.
I say it's a shame though if they haven't made the head properly.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But I think Lego's just focusing a lot on just having the necessary stuff or getting the necessary figures. But it's like, for example, currently the sets that they're making is focusing extensively on Endgame and Avengers. It's kind of like those themes did extremely well for Marvel, but now with the movies and other stuff that they're making, they are not making prominent sets for it itself. No. So we'll have to wait and see, because apparently Khan, whatever his name is the next villain for Marvel itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was because the latest Spider-Man game, Craven.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was a major part in the latest Spider-Man game.
Well, Venom or I can't.
Craven.
Well, both.
Were you talking about Craven?
No, Kane. Basically.
Kane, sorry.
Yeah, Khan, or however you spell it, I can't remember. But it's the main character of Ant-Man. Thing 3.
Oh yes. I know you talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought we were talking about Spider-Man. He's
That's no, that's fine. Oh, this guy? Oh no, I thought it was someone else that was commenting. Anyway, guys, yeah, if you the 30th is 100% with me, so we'll continue on with the set, and then the 3rd of January.
Yeah.
So you guys will still be off, eh?
Yeah.
No, I'll start working again on the Tuesday.
I'll start for a couple of days off.
Yeah.
So I go back on the 4th. So it'll be my second to last day off. Because it's weird this term, because we're leaving like a week later, because usually in the UK you have for the 2 half terms, the first one's 6 weeks, the second one's 7 weeks. But for some reason this year we've done it 7 weeks and 7 weeks. It sounds like the one after Christmas will have 6 weeks and 6 weeks. So I actually have it 2 weeks shorter, which works out. Well.
It's probably what's his name, your prime minister that started to change some of your schedules.
Well, maybe, yeah. But so it sounds like it's the next half term is going to be a lot shorter, and then the one after that is going to be back to normal. So
yeah, probably we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's 100%. Just make sure that I schedule those dates so that I make sure I'm available. And not sure. Yeah, I haven't seen the other guys joining the group. It's probably mostly you guys and me and Zavir. I'm not sure what the other guys are doing. Probably partying and spending time.
Possibly.
They're probably they've probably made a massive Lego Avengers Tower and just walking through it.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we can join though, because I enjoy our chats, and it'd be good to get them involved in it as well.
I wonder if there is enough Lego on Earth to make a life-size Lego tower and have a party in it. It's not strong. There probably isn't enough.
Yeah,
isn't it like something billion bricks a year they make?
Yeah, wasn't it?
It's like 4 billion or something.
Didn't they say? Was it 1 year they make enough bricks to make it to the moon?
Yeah.
What?
I'm sure we're watching a sort of Mega Factories program, and it was about Lego.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was the amount of bricks they make each year. Was it each year? Was it each year we go around the Earth, and then
every 4 years? So each year they can make. So it's the minifigures. So they make enough minifigures hand in hand to go around the Earth.
That's right. Yeah.
And then they make every 4 years they make enough minifigures to get from the Earth hand in hand to the moon.
I think it'd be pieces.
No, it's
how do you mean hand in hand? Like arms length, horizontally or just vertically next to each other?
We'll find out for next time.
Yeah.
Because there's a wording, but yeah, one of the stats was they could actually sort of get to the moon, and it was ridiculous.
I was like, yo, Lego's basically setting up some high achievements that other guys cannot achieve.
I say it's like the quality. I mean, I know you can get some very good non-Lego sets.
Yeah,
I don't like them.
yeah.
But with Lego, their quality control is ridiculous. They've got a tolerance of 0.003 of an inch for a piece.
Oh,
and it was like 3. I think it was 3 milligrams as well.
Is this just an episode, or is this just like a series of Lego?
No, it was an episode. It's
called Mega Factories.
Yeah, I think the series was called. It's even Mega Factories. I think it was Mega Factories because I watched a good one where they were talking about Lamborghini as well.
Oh, okay.
But Lego was one of them, and it was brilliant. Because it went into all the warehousing system and the design, and so they were designing one of the police sets. So I'm not sure whether it's the one that's coming out or whether it's the previous one or not.
I think it's the previous.
But it was brilliant. But on that one, because it's one thing we didn't realise is with the smaller sets, it's all robotics that packs it. With the police, because it's a bigger box, it's manually packed.
Yeah, then you mentioned that I think last time.
Yeah.
I think if you actually go and watch, because my MBA, my final year project that I basically specialized in was basically operation supply chain and automating precast concrete manufacturing lines. So basically giving them a guideline or benchmark of how to do it actually. Because in South Africa, they don't actually have a benchmark of how to do it. They literally just look at other competitors and say, oh, this guy's doing this technique. Let's try and see if we can do it in ours. And probably then they waste money on the project and then it doesn't actually eventually work out that very well. And then they just, I think you guys understand what I'm saying, but they literally do not have literally a framework to utilize to improve their production lines to, for example, Industry 4.0 and 5.0. So, also Industry 4.0 and Society 5.0. So, it's interesting to see it, but that's basically what the industry is striving towards because I don't know, you guys don't actually look a lot at the politics that's taking place in South Africa, but for example, due to the load shedding that we're experiencing in South Africa, we went to such a stage, for example, stage 6. I'm not sure how much megawatt of power loss is that, but for example, our steel factories cannot cope with the amount of losses that they're making, and they're closing down major steel factories, which is going to lead to job losses. For example, the one of about 6,000 workers, which is in Vereniging. And they say it can basically lead to the towns becoming a ghost town. That's how bad it is. Because those factories did not improve their production lines or basically make use of recycling material. Like, I think, Nigel, you will know about it. For example, in your products, you will probably utilize recycling extensively in your products. And that's what the companies didn't do. They stayed with the same method as what they've done for the past 30 years. So,
One thing I'm going to quickly do.
No, that's fine.
Let's try this close-up cam again.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't really want to say picture my arm.
Nigel's has all the know-hows of utilizing technology, and we're sitting here. That's awesome.
Well, I think exactly say he has all of the know-hows, but I suppose he does know a little bit more than the average person.
So I think it's quite nice actually to be able to get in and see the detail because it's all at a bit of a distance at the minute.
Well, to be fair, I do have to give him his due because he does do a lot of the editing. Although for the game videos, that's all me now.
No, but that's your responsibility. You have a lot of time. Your father is working. I'm just teasing.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, at the
it
moment,
works quite
I've
well.
been-
It's actually showing the details.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At the moment, I've been like jam packed though with stuff. So it's like it was the worst timing I could ever ask for. I had a maths exam last thing on a Friday.
last week.
No, last thing on Friday.
Oh,
It's like what a day and what a time of day to have a maths exam. Very last lesson on a Friday. It's like, oh, why can't I have had it on the Thursday?
that's your maths. Oh, yes. Sometimes what is the funniest? You always have nightmares of maths and accounting. Yes. And you're still what's his name? You're over 20 years old and you're not more in high school, but you still have nightmares of those damn maths and accounting. And that's what the one learner always said. If the teacher prays before your accounting exam, you know the exam is going to be hard. That makes sense. It's and it was hard. So yeah, but that's life. But anyway, guys, let me not take up more time. You guys probably also want to end and spend some quality time with your mom. So yeah, let me finish up and it's almost 9:30 now. Yeah, in South Africa at the moment. So I also have to.
It's been a pleasure having you with us again. Yeah. I really appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, it's been good.
It's 100%. It's 100%. Yeah, I'll try and see if I can also contribute with some builds which I have, but it's not that extensive. I don't have all those technology features, but yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, you must enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you on the 30th. And let's hope some guys can join. Otherwise, we need to start bribing the guys. Okay, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too. Take care. Thank you everyone that's watched. So
yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers, bye.